In this video, I'm going to be showing you an insanely overpowered money-making method with the cobblestone generator and the block zapper. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy BigLionOG here, and today I'm going to show you how I built this insane block zapper cobblestone generator. Let me just give a quick demonstration here. So I'm just going to right click on the cobble and it deletes it all, goes all the way down to the end, 164 blocks as you can see in the chat here, and it is absolutely insane. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I could just spam click this and it instantly deletes it, and it's getting me tons of enchanted cobble super fast. The only problem is if you go too fast, the water flowing will be disabled on your island, so you need to do some playing around with the speed. Make sure you don't go too fast because that is an issue. I'm just going to go around here and take out the entire gen just to show off how much I get. I started off with 63 enchanted cobblestone, and we've already gotten 17 more. We still got one more layer to take out, and it usually takes about a minute to regenerate, so it's kind of like a thing you can just stand here and do something else at the same time. So we got 22 enchanted cobblestone just from emptying out the whole gen, and there's even some blocks on this other side that I missed. If I fly on over here, there's usually some that I missed because the block zapper doesn't take all of them. Okay, it looks like I got most of them, just a few pillars here. And this gen also doubles as just a regular cobblestone generator that you can run through and mine. So I've got my magnetic stonk here, and you can just run through and mine and get all these blocks. Obviously compact will get you some bonus enchanted cobble, so it's not as good to run through and mine because the block zapper just came out. The one thing I do want to show you guys is cobblestone prices have taken a massive hit ever since this update came out. If I go into view graphs, sell price, you can see it's gone down like crazy. It was going for over 1k per, and it dropped down to 776 per enchanted cobble. So it's dropped down quite a bit since the block zapper. So a few people are making use out of this. I want to show you all how you can do it. So let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so now I'm just going to map out where everything is going to go. So the lava is going to go on this block in the middle here, and then this is where we're going to mine. So the blocks are going to generate above us, and then the water is going to go here. So what you want to do is just get like a little tray to catch the water in, and then what I'm going to do is place blocks here and put signs against it so that the water doesn't flow anywhere. It's going to be stuck here. And then what you want to do next is you want to place a block behind this. Obviously, I got to move this over one because I messed up a little bit. Alright, so I've built a little bit of the framework of the generator, and I just wanted to show you and give a quick explanation. So how this is going to work is we're going to be placing the lava in this middle section here. So it's going to be lava sources on every single block in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way across, however far you want to make it. So that's all going to be lava sources. And then what you want to do is across this middle block here, you're going to want to put signs on 1 or 2 sides. If you make the double-sided one, you're going to want to put it on both sides. If you only want to do one side though, then that is okay. You only have to put signs on the one side. And also, if you only do one-sided, you don't need the water here. So this is assuming you want to have a two-sided one. It's pretty much just as easy. You still need to place just as many lava sources. It'll just be generating on both sides instead of just one, which makes it a lot easier to break faster with the block zapper. So I would recommend doing the double-sided one, but there is the option for you to do only one-sided. This cobblestone here is what you're going to be breaking. This is the top block, so you can't reach this far, but you can reach to this cobblestone. So if I go under here and break, it goes all the way up to this block, so you will not be able to break that. Don't worry, guys. And the water, basically what's going to happen with that is that's just going to pour down here, and we're going to just hold it in here, and the signs are going to prevent it from flowing over the side. So this is just a mini version I'm going to show you all, and we're going to need a little tray to place the water in here, because obviously if we don't have that tray, the water is just going to flow like crazy. It's just going to go all over the place. So this is a little water tray, and then we can place the water in there. And currently I don't have any water, so I'm gonna have to go grab some, but let's do the same for this side just so that I can show you how it's gonna look. Obviously this can be out of any block. It doesn't have to be cobblestone. That's just what I had, so that's what I'm making it out of. But we got the glass here to show you where their water goes. And then like I did on this side, you're gonna want to make a little catching tray so the water doesn't flow all over the place down here. And alright, the catching tray has been made. So if I put the water down, it'll just stay right here and it'll get stuck. And then the lava here is just going to sit there and flow right into the water and regenerate. So now we got to make the frame for doing the lava. So I would recommend doing this out of cobble actually, because you're going to be using the block zapper to break cobblestone anyways, and these are just temporary blocks. What you're going to want to do is fill in this whole section with temporary blocks. Alright, I'm back. I just had to get myself some water and a little bit more cobblestone so we could finish this example build here. So, like I was saying, you gotta make these temporary blocks. The block on top here, you definitely don't want that to be the same as your temporary blocks. I would recommend making that out of anything but cobble. So I'm gonna have to go fix that real quick. I'm just gonna make that out of orange stained glass. You know, it's the only thing I have. It'll just make it a little bit easier. But you definitely can't have that made out of cobble because that's going to mess up your block zapper and it's gonna get broken by the block zappers. So as long as it's not cobble and as long as it's not the same as whatever temporary block you use, it is completely fine. You can use any material you'd like as long as it's not cobble, because I almost made that mistake of messing this whole thing up for you guys. So good thing I caught that one. And the trays are just about done here. So we know water is going to go in there, so I can break that. And I'm just going to use my magical water bucket to place in the water right here. And that's going to flow down and get caught in the tray thanks to the signs and thanks to this holding it in. And we're going to want to do the same thing on this side here. Just place water all through there. And that's just going to flow down. That doesn't need to be source blocks. Just the top needs to be source as long as it's covering the whole thing. And now this well right here is what we're going to be using to place our lava. So I'm going to place the cobblestone here so the lava doesn't flow out. That doesn't matter if it's cobblestone because it's not actually going to be touching your wall that you're using the zapper on. So place that all the way up to the top, and now we've got the nice room for the lava to be placed on. Now I know I said this had to be all sources, but the only one that doesn't need to be source is the bottom one, because if you think about it, the lava is hitting this block, which will make it flow over anyway, so that doesn't need to be a source. So I'm just going to go ahead and start placing the lava on the second block. Just saves me a little bit of time, saves a little bit of lava as well, and it'll still work. It'll still generate the 2 blocks, and we'll do the same. And as you can see, it's doing the 2 blocks. So we're going to do the same all the way up. Just make sure you place a source on each one, and I will cut back once I finish doing that. We just finished placing all of the lava and it has generated in. So lava right there, water on each sides, and that is pretty much it for your grinder. You just pull out your block zapper next, maybe get yourself a personal compactor and make sure there's no cobblestone touching the part that you're going to be zapping, because if there is, that could mess up your whole generator. So be very careful with that. I've made sure nothing is touching it. Obviously diagonal doesn't count, so we're good. And I'm good to just hit this with my block zapper and it's going to pick up all this cobble and leave it completely empty until it regenerates again. And there we go, instantly regenerates back. I just got 30 cobblestone in the click of a button, and you can get that up to, I believe, let me scroll up and see in the chat. You can get that, okay, it's not showing me, but you can get that up to over 140 blocks broken in a single click. And all you do is just click and it breaks all the cobblestone. Now you can make this as long or as short as you want. I would recommend making it at least 140 blocks. That's just what I'm using for my example. Here's the 30 block one, just a little small one just to make it easy for you all to understand. And that is all for this tutorial. I hope this has helped some of you. If it has, please drop a like. A subscription would also really help, and I hope to see you again in a future video. Peace out.